forward to you live here at the Rogers Center to catch Game 7 of the 2025 World Series. It's live right last week, episode 254. Let's go! Woo! Let's go, Blue Jays! Welcome, you my fellow JayWalkers, to another episode of Live from last week. Hope last week has served you well. Just a quick shameless plug before we go on. Want you guys to like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. So after that crazy and stressful game that I watched last night, being Game 3 of the 2025 World Series watch party at the Rogers Center, that was a back and forth affair with so many great plays, as well as many emotional ups and downs. The crowd was definitely into this watch party as if we were at the game itself, where I had the family randomly video call me in the middle of it, watching it from Toronto to Ottawa, all the way to Cuba. And a game that lasted long enough not to only have one 7th inning stretch, but as a matter of fact, 2 of them. Going on for not just 14, 15, 16, or even 17 innings, but in fact went on for a record of 18 innings, going for 6 hours and 39 minutes until almost 3 a.m. with several of these outrageous stat lines. This game was definitely a core memory that I will not forget anytime in the near future. So after leaving the stadium at around 2:50 a.m., taking the late night transit in the form of the Blue Line bus, and getting home at around 4:10 in the morning, I got in about 6 hours of sleep over 2 separate nap sessions. Woke up to do my Fuel Series cluster sets upper body workout of the day. Yet another pretty challenging workout to do, considering that I was up until early this morning, before meeting up with this dude who I haven't seen in quite a while, my buddy Cammy Sue, who had accompanied me to get some new supplements and plant protein powder to try from the local winners. Then going to a nearby Tim Hortons where my cousin used to work at, seeing that they had ran out of their Blue Jays themed donuts. The cashier was able to get me the one last donut that they had at the back, that I had ate and enjoyed in the presence of Cammy. But before parting ways though, I was recalling this little gift that Cammy had bought me from his recent trip to Japan. One that we had opened up here in the mini. Then after going back to the condo to catch this beautiful sunset to the west this evening, the wife and I caught a sneak peek of the Netflix Physical 100 Asia that I'm excited to watch on my off days again, before we headed out to our main feature of the night. So going back to the Rogers Center, since I was last here just mere 16 hours ago, the wife and I caught Game 4 of the 2025 World Series watch party from the TD comfort zone. And guys, with the Blue Jays winning and tying up the series at 2 games apiece, it has now made this great best of 7 series into a best of 3. So getting in just over 6.5 hours of sleep last night, just before I dropped off the wife for a wedding coordinating venue walkthrough event here at the Hazelton Manor in Vaughan. She had discovered the gift in the car, which she knew that was given to us from my buddy, Cammy Sue. I then went on yet another spontaneous Facebook Marketplace run when I saw this ad late last night, which I plan to give as a gift to one of my friends, Tiffany, who you guys know is a huge Labubu fan. As she let me know that she actually has a gift for me to open up when I go in for work later on this evening. So hopefully after I get back home to the condo to do my Fuel Series glutes and hamstrings tempo workout of the day, yet another challenging workout from what I've seen, I'm pretty excited to go in for my first of a scheduled 2 night shifts tonight to see what exactly this surprise gift that Tiffany has for me. So today we'll do a quick birthday shout out to one of my Ryerson friends from back during our university days. This birthday shout out goes out to you, Victoria. Happy birthday, Victoria. And we've got a quick birthday shout out to the special sister-in-law who you guys know I traveled all the way to Florida to watch spring training baseball with back earlier this year. This birthday shout out goes out to you, Jersey. Happy birthday, Jers. I'm hoping that everybody that has their birthdays today are doing well, staying safe and healthy at this time, and had a great celebration for your birthdays this year. So after arriving to work last night and finding out that I was in charge, but changing my mood to a positive one after seeing that my coworker Leo Lisa was also wearing the same color I was, I actually got off a steady shift this morning and saw in the lobby one of my favorite RTs that I like to work with, who's also a huge Blue Jays fan, who's excited to tell me that after the Blue Jays won last night's game, that we are just 1 win away from the championship. One more game?
Oh, one more. Should we do this?
Yeah. One more. Let's go. And speaking of the Blue Jays, after traveling over 2.5 hours yesterday to buy that Labubu / Blue Jays crossover t-shirt for my friend Tiff, who had this type of reaction when she opened up her belated birthday gift after her day shift. Last night, she had also given me this prepackaged gift that I opened this morning. One that I was totally excited to install onto the Mini and take a couple of laps with it in the parking garage before going home. Next up, after getting a message this morning that my buddy Royce was in the area, I found him and had him wave to me and throw up the Tribal Chief 1 sign from a distance. I had managed to get in just over 1 hour of quality post-shift sleep before trying to hurriedly rush and get done some live from last week video editing, then going back to a spot where we usually go for food after someone arrives from the airport, meeting up with the parents Tita Mone and Tito Eddie at the perfect Chinese restaurant, who both just got back from their recent trip to Cuba for some delicious dim sum dinner before going in for my second night shift in a row later on tonight. After a busy shift trying to do an impromptu photo shoot just like I've done for Halloween in the past couple of years, I had brought in a bag full of costumes for my coworkers to wear for this photo shoot, taking this year's 2025 group photo at the hospital at shift change. Then after commuting back home and seeing that the TTC buses were full of the spirit of the World Series, I unfortunately got only an hour and a half of post-shift sleep before doing my Fuel Series dumbbell full body workout of the day, which I felt was incredibly difficult for the fact that I had little to no sleep, before going out and meeting some of my cousins on the street in Scarborough, spending some quality time with them just like we did on previous October 31st, and trick-or-treating with them at 102 with their costumes for this year. Then after going online and scoring some last-minute tickets earlier today, and getting this iconic t-shirt from the cousin Edouave, the wife and I headed downtown to catch the World Series Game 6 watch party held at the Scotiabank Arena. So first of all, guys, I wanted to welcome y'all to a new month. Happy November, guys! And so, along with that, we'll just do a quick birthday shout out to one of my childhood dance school friends who I remember was one of the best technical dancers that I have ever known. This birthday shout out goes out to you, Katie. Happy birthday, Katie. I'm hoping that everybody that has their birthdays today are doing well, staying safe and healthy at this time, and had a great celebration for your birthdays this year. So after catching that incredible game of Game 6 of the 2025 World Series at a watch party held at the Scotiabank Arena last night, where the events of the ninth inning had us reacting like mad with the potential of tying the game and possibly winning the World Series, an unfortunate sequence of events happened where it felt like the Dodgers got lucky, and within mere minutes eventually won Game 6 with a game-ending double play. And guys, to be honest, I don't think I have enough energy to go through another one of those emotional roller coasters that happened last night that had actually made my heart tachycardic for most of the evening. So it's on to the deciding Game 7 of this World Series. We're being almost too excited to sleep and getting only 6 hours of resting. I woke up to edit live from last week's videos for the majority of the day. But in reality, guys, what I was doing was actually searching and looking for all these overpriced tickets for this crucial game in history. With my boy Yuli, who I sent a package to him a couple weeks back, which was this rally towel as a gift that he's hoping to use tonight. With two of the most famous words in sports, Game 7 had possibly made me splurge on this once-in-a-lifetime type of an event and buy tickets to the aforementioned event of Game 7 of the 2025 World Series tonight. So guys, I don't know exactly how to say this, but last night's game, Game 7 of the 2025 World Series, was probably the best baseball game that I have ever seen in person. Starting off with things like witnessing the best baseball player in the world and possibly in all of history, Shohei Ohtani, live and so up close in person, to my team, the Toronto Blue Jays, playing in the greatest World Series that has ever been played, to seeing a bench-clearing baseball brawl, to all of the highest of the highs. To the stunning lowest of the lowest lows. To thinking that we had almost won the World Series several times. To the heartbreaking ending for all the Toronto Blue Jays and their Blue Jays baseball fans to this magical 2025 baseball season. Go, 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 run, 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 run. Now, although all of these events had to happen perfectly for the stars to align for them in the 9th inning of last night's game, I've got to tip my cap and congratulate the 2025 World Series and back-to-back champions, the Los Angeles Dodgers, for winning this amazing 2025 Best of 7 World Series. But anyways, afterwards, feeling just like how I did after a big Blue Jays elimination playoff loss at home a couple years back. Back at the Rogers Center, lamenting with the wife after this year's World Series playoff loss. We coped with another drive-through late night McDonald's order. Before I got in, a sad and restless about 4.5 hours of sleep. So, getting myself up to edit live from last week videos while trying to cope and grieve with that recent loss. Thinking about all the what ifs while watching highlights from last night's game. Including post-game interviews from some of my favorite players. I went to the St. Teresa Shrine of the Little Flower Roman Catholic Parish to attend Sunday afternoon Mass. Prior to catching to the west, the first sunset after daylight savings time had ended last night. And doing my Fuel Series full body dumbbell high intensity interval training workout of the day. One that made me feel like I was dying with just so many burpees in this workout. Next, this evening, after having the in-laws over and getting some McCowan's fish and chips with them, and having them visit us at the condo earlier tonight, we'll just wrap up the segment of the day by doing a quick birthday shout out to one of my childhood friends who I remember going all the way back to our Mother Teresa days. This birthday shout out goes out to you, Beth. Happy birthday, Beth. And we've got another birthday greeting to one of my titas out there who always tells me to just enjoy life. This birthday shout out goes out to you, Tita Ots. Happy birthday, Tita Otay. I'm hoping that everybody that has their birthdays today are doing well, staying safe and healthy at this time, and had a great celebration for your birthdays this year. So starting off today, we got a quick birthday shout out to one of my childhood friends who I remember I would play alongside with in House League Soccer back in the day. This birthday shout out goes out to you, Chris. Happy birthday, Preeb. We next got a birthday greeting to one of my Woodbine beach volleyball friends out there. This birthday shout out goes out to you, D. Happy birthday, D. And last but not least, we got a birthday shout out to one of my nephews out there living in Saskatchewan with my cousin Tutte. This birthday shout out goes out to you, Nixon. Happy birthday, Nixon. I'm hoping that everybody that has their birthdays today are doing well, staying safe and healthy at this time, and had a great celebration for your birthdays this year. So after getting in about 6 hours of sleep last night, still thinking and processing the World Series loss that the Jays had a couple nights back, but watching some replays of the game at home and seeing that in the background in the 8th inning, we saw a cameo by the wife. Today, instead of having a World Series parade with my Toronto Blue Jays, I was just chilling at home doing regular people things like my Fuel Series dumbbell leg day complex workout of the day, which was, guys, yet another exhausting burpee-filled workout. Next up in the late afternoon, going here for the first time since last year at the Staples/Service Ontario, where I had to renew both my driver's license and my health card before its expiry date tomorrow. Since this place was also a Staples and office supply store, I had waited patiently on the gaming office chairs that were on sale for about 2 hours until my number was finally called. Getting my hair ready for my new photo ID, and received my temporary license paperwork after about 2.5 hours. Then walking around the streets of Scarborough at night, I went to my local pizza to take advantage of this coupon. But since I needed a minimum purchase to activate it, I had bought the pepperoni pizza topping option to make the total go from free to only $2. Still, I think it was a purchase well made. Unless you're like me, regretting for the fact that I tried to finish the whole pizza in one sitting. But next up, finding the only place in the area that sells balloons at the late hour of 10 p.m., I went to my local Dollar Tree and got this baby, ready to take it home with me tonight, to pair up with these guys over here for a possible celebration at midnight. Trying to keep up with these many traditions that I have done over the past several years. And so, with that, guys, we'll just wrap up this week's Live from Last Week episode right here. So, if you guys have enjoyed what you've been watching, feel free to follow JWalkerPOV on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Be sure to like and share this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notifications bell to be notified when new videos from JayWalkerPOV come out. And once again, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Stay safe and healthy out there, and we'll see you next time on Live from Last Week.